Hey everybody, it's Mark here. I'm with Q'd. As you can tell from all of the videos that have slowly been incrementally uploading on our YouTube channel. Few things I want to get through here in this video. One's to respond to Jeff's little challenge there about why am I doing this? Why am I part of Q'd TV? Basically, it's to scratch the artistic itch that you have every now and again when I work in video. What you can't do creatively in your day job, you try and find other outlets for, and this is one of them. I like to tell stories. The problem I find is that I don't really have a lot of heavy opinions until someone gets me into the conversation. I don't know if that makes any sense or not, but I'm not one to participate. So this is trying to get me out of my shell of having no opinion or not being vocal about it if I do have one. Yeah, I just want to be the technical end of stuff to help me form some opinions on some of the non-technical side of things that I'm interested in. Some of the tech, some of the geekdom, some fandoms, that sort of stuff. Yeah, that's why I'm involved. So the other reason I wanted to do this video is because, well, in trying to, bring up a few opinions and a little bit of conversation, I wanted to talk about some anime that I'm getting into. Now, I'm a cheap guy, so technically anything that I'm going to watch, I'm not going to have access to much, so it's going to come off of Netflix. Netflix has a lot of weird anime on there, at least I'm finding. By all means, in the comments, tell me what you think is awesome there. But you get a lot of the pervy sort of stuff where it's one central character surrounded by a bunch of female characters who he's trying to engage with in a romantic comedy sort of situation or something like that. And an episode here or there, they throw in, some serious combat or some something to move the story along. I'm thinking stuff like Sekirei, Heaven's Lost Property, I don't know, Chobits. Those sorts of things seem to have the same sort of underlying story. It's just the peripherals, the outside elements tend to be different. Okay, one's about robots, or one's about fighting elements, or fighting aliens, or humanoids that are fighters, that type of stuff. Apart from all of that, what I found I've enjoyed is two particular animes that are on Netflix currently. One is Attack on Titan. I think I'll talk about that later if I get a chance. But the other one that I wanted to talk about was called Knights of Sidonia. It's right now it's 12 episodes on Canadian Netflix, and it puts me a lot in mind of some older anime that I used to watch when I was younger, Robotech. If you're Canadian and you lived in this neck of the woods, the Eastest Coast, the Atlantic Satellite Network on weekday afternoons, I remember coming home as a latchkey kid, plopping myself down on the couch and just having at seasons 1, 2, 3, the Macross Saga, the Southern Cross, or the Invid Invasion, all of that stuff going through. I find the stuff with Knights of Sidonia actually is a lot similar to what you're seeing in Robotech, or what you saw in Robotech. They have a lot of similarities, especially with the Macross Saga. The two seem to blend really well in a lot of their thematic elements. For example, in the Macross Saga, everybody's trapped on the SDF-1 trying to get back to Earth. After the first couple of episodes, they wind up out in space, and they've got to rescue the city, they've got to get back into the ship, they've got to avoid a Zentradi armada that are coming to try and destroy them. Well, with Knights of Sidonia, they're trying to escape from the Ghana, who have attacked Earth and have made it unsuitable for living. So all of these life ships have departed, the Sidonia being one of them. They're trying to survive. They're just trying to find resources or another planet to call home. So those two are parts and party to the same element, I find. They speak to each other. Another thing, a lot of the characters, you have similar characters within these two animes. Captain Gloval and Captain Kobayashi are the same sort of feel. You know what I mean? They want with Captain Global, you have an underrated crew that he needs to guide and bring into their own. With Kobayashi, she's dealing with a secret society behind the scenes who's trying to control all the movements. So there's a few differing parts there, but a lot of what they do to work themselves through situations is similar. I find their thought processes are. Both series are centered around a main pilot, a main male protagonist. Nagate Tanakaze in Knights of Sidonia. It's Rick Hunter in the Macross saga of Robotech. You have the Sidonia itself in Knights of Sidonia. You have the SDF-1. I mean, there's cities within ships, that type of microcosm of the world, but still being a sci-fi adventure with that. I don't know. There's a lot of elements that I find really neat and really connective between the two. Although, did that bear just talk? Did that bear just talk? You know what I mean? Yeah, the guy's not screaming because he's surprised or nervous about the bear's hand. It's a talking bear. There's a bear and it's talking. What the Despite that, it's definitely worth your time. It's on Canadian Netflix now. It's about 12 episodes. It doesn't take that long to binge watch through them, and I think it's worth your while. So this is Mark doing his Queued Up. Hopefully this has made some kind of sense, and everybody, including Jeff and Mike, are happy that I'm contributing in this way. It's a beginning, right? We all got to start somewhere. So yeah, like, share, subscribe. Hopefully we'll be doing more of this stuff. What do you want to hear from us? What do you want to talk about? Post in the comments below, and by all means, tell me what I should be watching. Is there something else on Netflix that you think is worth my time? Until the next time, I'm Mark with Queued. Thanks for watching.